Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Let's rock. Okay, we do this every day and try to find you the best deals anywhere on the internet. Not sponsored by any bullion dealer. We have gold recovering this morning up $45 to $3,333 after that enormous two-day smackdown. Silver down 15 cents to 33.38. And silver had a dollar day yesterday. You know, a dollar in silver is like $100 in gold. So when people think that silver can't move, well, that was a heck of a move yesterday. And I predict more moves to the upside here shortly. So we had silver in the spot market at 33.37 and silver in the futures market at 33.70. Now notice how the normal differential between spot and futures is growing here. Just something to point out to you guys. Okay, and in the gold-silver ratio, we're hovering right around 100 at 99.67. We hit as low as 97.9 yesterday after being off a nosebleed high of 106, 107, something crazy, and that immediately corrected, just pointing that out to you guys. Okay, the 10-year yield is down about 6 basis points to 4.32 as it tries to figure out which way the Fed will go. We'll have the economic releases here in just a minute, let you know what's going on today in the markets. The dollar is down nearly 0.5% at 99.34, continuing its slide. It looks like it wants to base in here around 99, but there is definitely downside, more downside in the dollar. Quite a bearish trend there. Let's see, let's go out 5 years, and you see there is more downside in the dollar if we keep playing around with the economy and these tariff stories. Okay, and we have copper futures up a penny to 4.91. Looks like it's going to go back to 5, and that's good for commodities. What's good for commodities is often good for silver. And silver does follow gold. Of course, gold had an amazing move, multi-week move. Silver back up in areas that most people should be very happy with, but I still think we go higher. All right, this morning we already had initial jobless claims, and contrary to what I thought, they came in right about on target at 222,000 versus an estimate of 220. The trend is still up, but those jobless claims, all those people losing their jobs, has not manifested in higher jobless claims, which will impact what the Fed does here shortly. Let's see, durable good orders were very high, and that is front-running the tariffs, 9.2 versus a 1.6% estimate. I don't think that's moving the markets. Matter of fact, this is all kind of non-news this morning. And let's see, anything tomorrow? Consumer sentiment tomorrow. And then, we won't go to next week until next week. But pretty soon here, we have a Fed interest rate decision. So we'll be moving up towards that. All right, in the pre-market, we are in the fear category of 28. Dow futures down 106. S&P futures up 2. And NASDAQ futures up 37 after we had a pretty good rally yesterday in the stock market, which lost a little bit of steam. Let's see if we can get a chart of the S&P. No, they're not going to show us that. Okay, and before we get on to the best deals we can find, let's do the question of the day. The question of the day is, what is your favorite mint? Okay, whether it's bullion, collector coin, silver, gold, what is your favorite mint? And maybe you want to tell people why. So here are your choices, just kind of going from memory here. There is the U.S. Mint. Okay, they have both bullion and collector coins. There is the Royal Canadian Mint. There is the Royal British Mint. There is, the Australian Mint. Of course, there's China. Then moving off the charts a little bit into more collector coins, there is the Perth Mint, always known for its high quality and higher prices. There is the Germania Mint, which is primarily collector coins. So there are some choices for you. What is your favorite mint? Okay, let everybody know. Let's get on to the deals. And everything is, well, a little more expensive today than it was yesterday. So we'll just do a 1 gram here, 123 at Summit Metals. And new customers can get 1 gram at bullion.com for 107 this morning. A 1/10 Gold Eagle is 372 at Summit Metals. A 1/10 Gold Maple is 370 at Summit Metals. Safe Haven Metals, which I'm still looking for feedback on, has got a system down warning. Big warning sign here on this retailer. They can't even keep their website up, so that is a no-go. I may take them out of here pretty soon. Quarter-ounce Gold Eagle is 888 at Summit Metals, and a quarter-ounce Krugerrand is 872 at Bullion Exchanges. A $5 commemorative is often considered a good alternative to a quarter-ounce Gold Eagle, although it's only 0.24 ounces of gold. 825 at Provident Metals. U.S. sovereign gold, about the size of an overpriced Gold Eagle. Okay, let's go ahead and do a half-ounce Gold Eagle, 1,708 at Summit Metals, and a half-ounce Gold Maple, 1,744 at Summit Metals. A BU with imperfections is at Bullion Exchanges, 1,726. All right, let's move on to a half-ounce Krugerrand, 1,729 at Summit Metals. Let's move on to a 1-ounce Gold Eagle, 3,412 at Summit Metals, but they are up on Costco. A Buffalo is 3,465 at Summit Metals. A 1-ounce Maple, BU Maple, 3,407 at Summit Metals. A 1-ounce Britannia is 3,396 at Monument Metals. And let's do this random deal. It's a pretty good deal here. $33.73 for a random varied year, varied condition gold coin. But gold is often not circulated like silver, not handled like silver. These might be okay, would be my guess. And if anybody buys that, let me know what you get. They're showing beautiful collector gold in here. And I'm not sure what the imperfections. Now, if you get a copper spot or a rust spot, that would prove me wrong there. But $33.73 at BGASC. Okay, and a 1-ounce Krugerrand, often the cheapest of your sovereign gold coins. I guess this would be a better deal here. Just plain old gold is sovereign gold is sovereign gold would be your attitude if you're buying these, and nothing in the world wrong with that. $33.63 at Summit Metals for a BU gold Krugerrand. Okay, let's just move forward here and do the Platinum Eagle. Platinum Eagle is 1,179 at Monument Metals. And we'll go to Costco in a minute, where the Buffalo is up. We've got Silver Eagles, 38.05 at Summit Metals, and in a quantity of 20. A lot of people very happy with the backdate Silver Eagles they're getting from Pinehurst, 37.48, but we'll try to beat that on eBay. Okay, off quality is out of stock. Let's go on to a Silver Maple is 36.47. Look at that differential between Eagles and Maples. Wow. 36.47, any quantity pricing at Summit Metals. But if you want to buy larger quantities, it'll be cheaper at Bullion Exchanges for a brand spanking new 2025 Silver Maple, 25 or more, 36.31, 136.11. We'll try to beat that on eBay as well. And a Kangaroo 37.02 at Summit Metals. That's a Perth Mint coin. It is the ugliest of the ugly coins that Perth Mint makes. Maybe the only crappy coin that Perth Mint makes, but it's meant for stacking, not collecting. Okay, and Summit Metals again is, Safe Haven Metals is down. Let's go to a Britannia 36.69 at Summit. A BU Krugerrand 36.25 at Summit. A Philharmonic is 35.69 at Bullion Exchanges, random BU. Very good price there in the high 35s. And the Libertads, just keeping my eye on those, pushing 41 now at Summit Metals. Okay, and let's keep going. Here's Costco, and you should be checking these out. And if you don't have an Executive Club membership, you may want to pick one up. I think they're $120. That'll get you 2% back on a Gold Buffalo at $34.39. And it's worth slowing down here for those of you that are buying gold. $34.39. Now, you take your 2% Executive Club membership. That comes back to you when the membership renews, not immediately. And a 2% rebate credit card if you have one. If you don't, I recommend you get one. That'd be 4% off times 0.96. You'd be out the door with a beautiful brand new Buffalo at 3301. Okay, so that can't be beat if you're buying gold today. And again, if you were buying at 3450, I'm not sure why you're not buying here. I'd love to see a 31 handle on gold, a 3100 handle on gold, but I don't think we're going to see it. I think silver is going to make its move and outshine gold here as well. But gold looks like it's catching a bid today. Okay, let's keep going here. That's Costco. They also had silver, but it's not the best deal in the world. And what do we want to do? Junk in the trunk is going to be pretty pricey at 25.32 times face. That's like a couple bucks over spot almost. On a melt basis. A larger lot is still under 24, under 25, 24.83 times face at Monument Metals for a $100 bag. We've been beating that on eBay every day. And the quantity of 20 up at Bullion at Pinehurst is 34.66. These are good prices for silver. Nobody should be disappointed in silver. It's doing great. I always feel like I have to, stick up for silver as people they shun it. But I don't know, nothing wrong with these prices if you've been buying, since the 15s, since the 20s, since the 25s. Even people buying at 30 are making money now. I mean, how much do you want out of silver? But we're going to keep cracking at that $35 ceiling here. Watch what happens. Okay, and of course, not financial advice, just my opinion. $3.49 for a 10-ounce random cast bar over at Pinehurst. I like that deal. And we can get a kilo this morning for $1,111 at Monument Metals. Did I pass the 1 ounce? No, I did the 1 ounce. Okay, and the Perth Mint kilo coin deal is still up. They have a lot of those to sell. Now we're on eBay. Okay, on eBay, you're going to need a 3% rebate credit card. That's how you're going to get the big savings here. I recommend the American Express, Clear Blue Cash, or the PayPal card. Both will get you 3% off, and that's how we get the smoking deals on eBay. All right, and before I move on, welcome all new subscribers. I'm picking up a lot of subscribers. I really appreciate you guys coming in to see what I do here. All right, and let's go. Of course, you can get a pocket pinger for 35 bucks here on eBay. That's a good deal, and you may need one of those. But let's go on to the Silver Eagles. Now, I hope some Cull Eagles come up, because I know you guys like your Cull Eagles, and we're not going to find them today. Bullion.com is a good seller, good feedback. $7.60 for a tube of 20 random BU. That is going to be $35.50. $35.50? No, $38.50. Wait a minute. Certain numbers here I have trouble in my head. 360 divided by 20. I should be able to do that. Yeah, $38. Oh my gosh. 37 out the door, but 37. So this is times 0.97. Got to get used to these higher prices again. Okay, who was that predicting $23 silver? Yeah, right. Let's see, $36.86 is your out the door price. And what were we doing up here at the dealer? $36.86. We will get the tube of 20 is going to be $37.49. So you're going to save 60 cents an eagle buying from a big dealer on eBay with a 3% credit card rebate. And I do suggest that you get your Eagle stack in order here. We're in gold FOMO. You guys know that, right? And I think the retail investor is coming into the gold market here pretty heavily, but certainly pension plans and stock investors, and of course foreign governments. So I will say we're in gold FOMO here, but we're not in silver FOMO. And I guess it's going to take a break over 35. Everybody's going to look back and say I could have got it at 31, 32, and we'll be at 36.50. And there you go. And the Eagles will be the first to garner even higher premiums when that happens. Why do I know that? Because it always happens. It always happens. People aren't going to all of a sudden decide silver is a bad investment. People are not going to change their their habits over time. And silver eagles, after they get done buying their gold eagles, because Grandpa told them to, they're going to want their silver eagles. And this is what you're going to want to stack, and that is a good deal right there on a random tube from a good seller. Okay, let's keep going here, and got to get back to eBay, Fleabay, Feebay. But the sellers are paying the fees, right? You're getting the deals, so you shouldn't care too much. All right, and if we stick with the big sellers with the good feedback, I think you actually have more security buying on eBay. You ever try to return something to one of the big dealers that you bought directly? Okay, and you just get a song and dance, and they want to charge you shipping fees and market adjustments. Well, on eBay, you know, they stick up for the buyers. Unless you're buying from some random Chinese, you know, seller or somebody with, you know, 22 feedback, you know, so, but you get a lot more protection on eBay than you do from the big dealers because their feedback matters. On eBay. I'll stop banging the table on eBay now. Okay, 100 Silver Eagles. Ooh, 36.75. No, let's just go right to the big seller. Well, 30. No, that's $100 cheaper. What? Who are you? Big seller, good feedback, free shipping. Ooh, ooh, I love these. Back date 2012s. Wow. Okay, 36.75. Again, my brain's not working this morning. 36.75 times 0.97 with those good credit cards. Bang! 35.64 for Silver Eagles when silver is pushing 33. Is it? No, it's over 33. Okay, one of you guys picked this up. Hey guys, when you do pick up these deals, I greatly appreciate it that you click the links in my website before you go buy them, because that's the way the channel keeps going. And if you don't do that, then, well, the channel may not keep going. Okay, so just telling you, I also appreciate my, my member community and the cups of coffee, but clicking my eBay links really helps me a lot. They're right here and they're on the website. In fact, you can follow along on the website as I do this, although it'll be about an hour later. Okay, that is a smoking deal on 100 Silver Eagles right there. Boy, that is really buyable. Okay, let's do the rotation. Maybe I'll just do Maples this morning. Maples are 9.13. You decide. These are all going to be Britannias. They're all going to be in the low 9s with silver up here at these higher levels. Kangaroos, 9.06. Everything more expensive than the beginning of yesterday. Remember I told you yesterday I had a feeling? And sure enough, we had a dollar day. So, yeah, my intuition said, what my intuition says is that the shorts are covering on silver. And they couldn't do it when gold was going up because that would have created a short squeeze. They waited till gold got smacked down and then they started covering, bringing silver up at the same time gold was dropping. That is a speculation on my part. Okay, we're not going to beat 900 bucks on a tube of 25, so you can do the math on that. But I bet we get a good deal on junk here today. We want $10 face, so we got to get past the fives. And here we go at 240. I think he's got $10 shipping, 250, about 24.25 out the door for this guy here, which nobody is buying. He's only got 100 feedback, so that's right on the bubble there. But here is another one at 240. It's the same guy. We got to pay 254 to find somebody with oh, those are walkers at 25.4 with the dates. See any slicks in here? I see some slicks as well. I don't like slicky walkers myself. I don't know. With 100 feedback, I might give this guy... I mean, if you're going to be out the door at 24.25 when the big dealers are $1 higher, I might give that a try. I just might. I know I'm right on the fence on that. I keep vacillating. How about a big old lot? A big old lot that are not damaged, holed, or slicked are going to be, bang, 24.50. Whoa. 24.50. Oh, he's a 13 feedback seller. Got to do the work. 25.10. So here you're going to be at 24.35 out the door from a good seller with good feedback. And on their website, they're going to charge you at least $1 more for these. So if you're buying junk, the next thing to escalate after silver makes its move, that one's pretty ugly. Looks like that one's been rolled around on the street for a while. Anyway, 25.10 for 90% dimes, and he's not promising any mercs in here. So 24.35 out the door. Again, you're going to beat the dealers by $1 or so, maybe 80 cents. Junk. Okay, not a bad day to buy junk. So you can buy eagles, you can buy junk. I mean, how much more do we need to talk about this? Okay, cheapest kilo today is going to be 11.30, about 1100 out the door. That'll beat the dealer after 3%. Your vintage bar of the day is just a golden analytic bar. It's got kind of a weak stamp, but not a bad price at $4.39 if you're into the vintage bars. There we go. Let's keep going. And let's do a lot of 100 silver rounds, 35.17, 34.17 out the door, about 80 cents over spot. A small lot is going to be about 35, about 34 out the door. Not bad on that one. Let's do 100-ounce bar if you're buying big bars and melting them in that Devil Forge. Get past the fake JM Bullion sales. And we are at 35.13, about 34.13 for a 100-ounce bar on eBay. Let's go on to the gold. 1 gram gold. If you're buying today, you could have bought yesterday cheaper on the dip. We were down over $100 at one point, and that was the second day of the drop. But, let's see. How about this guy? Good seller, good feedback, $4 shipping, 120 puts you at 116 out the door, 117 out the door for, I don't know, just slabbed 1 gram gold. I don't know who these Certicards are, but looks pretty reliable to me. So that'll beat the dealer prices there if you just want itty-bitty gold. Okay, and that's it for 1 gram. Let's go up the food chain here to random 1/10. And I didn't see anybody buying gold yesterday on the dip. Interesting. You buy on the way up, but you don't buy on the way down. You may want to think about that. 357 for a JM Bullion deal. That is out of stock again. Let's see. Oh, there's a 1/10 Cowboy, 385. There's a Koala for 367. And Liberty Coin, good seller, good feedback, and 367 puts you at 357 out the door. Not bad on a melt basis for a 1/10 gold sovereign koala. Okay, that's not bad for 1/10. Let's go to random 1/4. And random 1/4, find something good here. That Arctic Fox is still there at 884. Let's go up to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. And the 1/4 ounce gold eagle cheapest price is, they got Cull gold eagles at 901, and then $30 off. It puts you at about 875 or so on a 1/4 ounce gold eagle, but it is Cull. But for, who's this? Oh, okay, good seller, $7 shipping, pretty good feedback. Yeah, there's another person that got snookered. And so they bought a signature, not a coin. And this is PCGS. It's a proof. Well, there you got a proof eagle for $8.98. Let's call that 905. Let's do the math on that. 905.05 times 0.97, if you follow my logic on the credit cards. Okay, you'll be $877 on a proof gold eagle. Now let's check the payoff here. $877 versus the dealer price of, sorry, I'm making you dizzy. This is how you use the website, by the way. 877 versus 887. You're going to save $10, and you're going to get a proof eagle instead of a BU eagle. So that's pretty good in the gold eagle category. And you can crack that out of the slab if you don't want that booby prize. And whoever bought that paid way too much for that, and now they're selling it. And yes, I know that gold has gone up, and that corrects all errors, but it is an error to buy slabbed gold. It's just an error to buy slabbed gold, guys, unless you're doing really collector pieces, germanium mint or something exotic. Okay, let's keep going here. And so that was good on the 1/4 ounce gold eagle, don't you think? Are you still buying? Let's go on to random 1/2 ounce gold. Let's find something good here. Liberty Gold Eagle. I'm just going to guess that's fake. Okay, let's keep going to something real. What is that? Thailand Gold. No, here we go. Liberty heads are not half ounce, just so you know. Liberty heads are not half ounce. Those are mislabeled there by whoever round table is. Let's see. Sesquicentennial. Yeah, no, that is, oh, that might be modern. So that is a modern $2.50. So that is, what is that? It's like a eighth? Okay, I gotta get off that. That's gonna hurt my head. What do we got here? $2.50. No, we don't want that. We want to get up to the Gold Eagles. Okay, JM Bullion out of stock as usual. And let's move on to something real. Year of the Snake, JM Bullion out of stock. Somebody complained to eBay about them, would you? Let's keep going here. Ugly Head Coins, gonna pass those. Random Mint, half ounce gold, okay. And they don't say they're BU. They're gonna play with us here. Let's see. Internal stock, protective packaging, might be okay. Okay, 760 for a half ounce gold, and then you're going to take 45 bucks off, 50 bucks off. You'd be at about 710. I'm sorry, 1710 for half ounce gold. That's a pretty good deal right there. And if you get the Krugerrand, okay, I'm okay with that. If you get the Onza, I'd be okay with that. The Panda, I wouldn't want. Nobody wants them, but you probably get the Pandas, I'm guessing. Krugerrands are pretty easy to sell, so you'll probably get the Panda if you buy that. That looks like a pretty good price. I'll let you do the math and the comparisons. Let's go up to a smoking 1 ounce Gold Eagle. Yeah, 1 ounce Gold Eagle. Okay, Calgon, take me away. Who are you? 34.49. Too small to buy gold from you. 3,500. Who are you? You are good seller, good feedback, free shipping. BU random date 3,500 or best offer. Okay, now you can make an offer on any coin on eBay. Now, what works sometimes if you're in no hurry is you put it in your cart. If they see you have it in your cart, they will send you a best offer. Even if they don't take best offers, sometimes dealers will do that, especially on more exotic stuff. You can make a best offer here. I recommend you start low. You'll have 5 chances to pick it up at whatever their minimum offer price is. But you could offer $34.50 on that, probably get it. You'd be out the door at $33.50. You'd be out the door basically at spot on this Gold Eagle from this seller who really wants to sell his gold, right? He's going to pay the fees and whatnot. He's going to take a best offer. Doesn't hurt you to make several best offers. You just start at 3,400, then go to 3,420, 3,440, 3,450. And on your last shot, you may want to, crank it up a bit, 3,475. But you're going to beat the dealer prices on this if you're buying gold. If you think gold is going back up, I don't know. I don't know where gold's going to be. All I know is if it gets a 3,100 handle, I'd be buying hand over fist. If it gets to low 3,200s, I'd be buying hard. Right here, we're at about a 50% pullback. I'm not convinced it's going back up here. Okay, let's keep going here. And that is gold. Well, home run on gold, guys. We're just home run on silver, home run on gold. Here is the 35.35 Buffalo. It's going to be 34.35 out the door. And that Costco deal is even cheaper. Lots of ways to save money on your metals. Don't just click and buy on AppMex, okay? If you know somebody doing that, share these videos with them, please. All right, I'm just going to stop on the gold and say, here's my eBay store. If you see something you like, go ahead and ask me for a friend discount. The Precious Metals Verifier is a good deal right here for the old style Precious Metals Verifier, but it's going to be like under $1,000 as opposed to the new ones. So you decide if you really need the fancy gadgets. Vacuum seal your silver for sure with a Food Saver. They're very cheap, works very well. Refine your own bars with the Devil Forge. And here is the Amex card. I highly recommend 3% back. The PayPal card, I highly recommend. There's two options for you. Don't say you can't get a 3% rebate credit card. And don't get the credit cards that give you air miles and stuff. Let's use those cards to our advantage to make money on precious metals. And when it's unlimited, like the PayPal card, I mean, absolutely horrible credit card company, horribly high interest rates, horrible customer service. I mean, everything about them is horrible except the rebates, which come in like clockwork. Okay, so that's why you want the PayPal card. The American Express card is also 3% for you heavy hitters out there with good credit. All right, and let's move on to let's see if my completer coin is still there. Yeah, I still can't find the 10 ounce in the open market, but now for $40 you can get the 1 ounce. That's a stack elector flipper coin right there. Okay, let's just move off this and see where we want to hit on. You still getting your boxes of nickels? Nickel pushing back up to 5 cents again. Still get those boxes of nickels, guys. They are 75% copper, 25% nickel, and over time they will be worth a dime. Okay, so you can wait for silver to go from $30 to $60, or you can just buy nickels right now and give it 10 years. I don't know. You do what you want. I do both. All right, and you want to check out Vermilion, Minot, and Coinhuskers. All have great deals. You'll like their junk prices. Their Eagle prices, no bueno anymore. But their junk prices are very, very good, and their generic prices are very, very good. And I believe they all buy as well. You can support my work with a subscription to Bolden. A cup of coffee if you want to be so kind to keep me up at 4 in the morning. And my membership channel, all you have to do to join the membership channel is click this join button down here at the bottom of this video. and eBay, YouTube will charge you $4.99 a month for that, but you're going to get some perks, and hopefully I give back as much as I get. Okay, and let's keep going here. Anything in the chat room? Capital One's a great card as well. I use that all the time. I mean, my God, I save so much money with that. On something like a precious metals verifier, you're going to get a 4% kicker deal from Capital One. Then you're going to check out with your 3% PayPal card. You're going to get 7% off on a $1,000 product. You're going to save $70. Okay, that's how you buy. I buy everything on eBay. Anything on Amazon, I guarantee I'll find it cheaper on eBay. And for big stuff like iPhones and laptops and precious metals verifier, Capital One has just been a paycheck. Anyway, that's what I say. 1.5% everywhere else. In the chat room today, check it out. There's that Pure deal I told you about yesterday. And they're just... Oh, let's see. I don't know. They're talking about something negative here. SD Bullion might be beyond saving. They've dedicated to shooting themselves in the foot. I've yet to hear a single good refund return story from them. Absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible with returns. And if your check takes more than, a few days to get there, and this happened at Summit as well. Delayed checks, and when silver is spiking, they will cancel your order. So I recommend doing the ACH, link your bank account. But these dealers, it's the one thing that a company like AppMex has going for it. The one thing is their customer service is superb. And if you want superb customer service, you go over to AppMex and you buy there, and you pay way too much, and they will lick your feet, okay? They love their buyers. Their buyers pay way too much. They have bogus credit card deals and whatnot, and super secret executive club where nothing good ever gets sold. But when you have a return on AppMex, they'll take it back. Okay, and they'll be very lenient. But for that, you are probably paying 10% too much for your metals. So poor customer service goes with the ball game here. And again, on eBay, you got eBay at your back. Consider that. There'll be lower prices on eBay, and you'll have the eBay guarantees. And the only thing, from time to time, somebody's going to ship you a box of rocks, and then you're going to have to prove it. All right, but that's what I would say is, the customer service among the bullion retailers is absolutely horrible because it's money. And every time they give something away or correct something that was wrong, they lose money. So that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, no love at SD Bullion. Lowest prices, period. Lowest prices, bullshit. Come on, guys. Don't get married to any one dealer. Shop, shop, shop. That's all I have for you today. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing this to your friends that need to get set straight on where to buy gold and silver. Thank you for sharing on social media. That greatly helps the channel. Let's get everybody buying the best deals. What do you say? All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.